Welcome back to Project 613. Today we once again learn the mitzvah governing all of the laws of the ritual impurity of shichva zera, which means the seminal discharge of a man, which would render him impure. And in the time of the temple, this would mean that until he immerses in a mikvah and waits until the evening, he would not be able to enter the temple or partake of sacrificial meats. Now, why does such an experience render a person impure? So as we've mentioned a number of times, purity and impurity doesn't mean that something bad has happened, doesn't mean that there's something wrong has been done. In fact, it's not a sin to be impure, and if a person wishes to remain impure for their whole life, they can do so. There's no mitzvah obligating the person to become pure again. It's only that they won't be able to enter the holy temple. And if a person decides that they want to remain impure forever, that's totally up to them. But nonetheless, why does such an experience bring about the state of impurity? So whereas in essence, all of these laws of ritual purity and impurity, as we mentioned many times, are chukim, they transcend logic, they are God's decrees, which we cannot really understand. Nevertheless, we do find a common theme that exists and is shared by many of them. And that takes us back to the most severe type of ritual impurity that comes from a dead body. We see that death could be a source of ritual impurity, and in fact the most severe type of ritual impurity. And in a similar way, on a lesser level, when a man experiences a discharge of semen, so there is a potential for life that has been lost. And this is whether this semen was discharged in the act of creating a new child or not. Certainly, if it wasn't in the act of creating a new child, then it is potential of life that's lost. But even if it is in the act of creating a child, we know that only one drop actually goes into the new baby. The rest is, again, potential life that is wasted. And this is the reason why, this is perhaps one of the reasons why this sort of experience brings about the ritual impurity. And in a similar way, to a woman who is menstruating, where there again, the woman is considered to be ritually impure, it's for the very same reason, for a similar reason, that the potential life was not born, there was no new baby that was born from that cycle, and it's for that reason that such a state brings about the ritual impurity. Of course, the lesson that we can learn from all of this is how careful, and we should all be, anytime we have a blessing, anytime we have potential, that it should be used out correctly, it should be used out in the right way, bringing about the best possible results. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.